Nicholas Jong from the Netherlands and from the Rune Workshop and the Jasper School. I want to tell you something about a musical method that I've developed, which involves the horoscope and the positions of the horoscope to be transposed into sound and rhythm, with which you can work in music, in sound and in rhythms with your own horoscope and all the things it stands for. This may sound odd, but it occurred when around my 30th year I was taken into a cloud and I was initiated there in the sounds, the forms and the colors, which were quite complementary and not physically. The sounds weren't physically either. This experience into this sea of soundness predominantly was very intense, and I had to pull myself out because my ego was dissolving, so I pulled myself back into my physical body. But what I felt, and I really into all my veins, I felt this is true, this is fully true, and I want to investigate this. What did I see here? How does it function? And can I have other people experience this sea of sound as well, but in a dosed way, so in such a way you will not dissolve yourself and you can investigate what's happening within your soul. How can I learn to develop myself through all the things I learned in myself? But first of all, I want to tell you how this all gradually has arisen. So I will describe you step by step what the different parts are in this musical part, in rhythms, in sounds, in sound spaces, and how it functions. After a lot of research, I discovered that what I had heard was being called the harmony of the spheres, or the dance of the planets, and the sound forces they transmit towards the Earth. For an explanation, I started looking into astrology. Here I found many dead images, but beautiful and true. This I wanted to investigate deeper. At first I looked for the knowledge about the planets. Then you come to the classical picture that the Sun is in the center and the planets orbit it, on sequence Mercury, Venus, the Earth, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn, followed by the three mystery planets Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. But we stand on the Earth. This means that we see the Sun rotating around us. And the planets that orbit the Sun all make quite different movements towards the Earth than just an ellipse, as we have learned. When you observe well these orbits, you can discover that each planet moves in a peculiar way and makes loops to the Earth. You can call these dances at specific places in the zodiac, all through the year or a couple of years. Mercury and Venus are closely linked to the Sun, and they do this on a year base. Mars and the other exoplanets do this over longer periods. But they all make very specific dances towards the Earth at specific spots in the zodiac. When you behold these spatial, and you see some designs of these here, you come to very specific rhythmical movements. I call these measure types because they are bound to the zodiac and limit us within their orbits. Each one of the planets has a specific measure type. From astrology and esoterics, I know that the planets bring forth in us the inner organs. So here is the direct link between our inner world and the planets. I have been applying these measure types specifically in workshops to trace how this worked out. At first with myself and then with other participants. I could feel very specific inner perceptions. In workshops, the participants gave often the feedback how they experienced the different measure types, and this came close to the experience of the organ workings. So I had found something in the planet movements that was in accordance with inner perceptions. I had found an inner musical measure for what lives within us in connection to what moves in the cosmos, and I started to apply these. See for the next instruction videos about the rhythms in relation to the life and the musical scales in relation to the soul and the spirit at Rune Workshop under Musical Methods.